Hey, guys, welcome to another episode of Chai and Clean Sheets. We are again with Vivek, JD, and Jins. This is a recording after our Fulham game, and we'll talk about the Fulham game in this episode, and then we'll also preview what to come with our game against PSG. Hopefully, another Anfield big European night. Um, okay, let's get straight into today. Fulham game 2-0 at home. Rio and Gomoha with his first goal at Anfield, and Salah with his usual finish. Um, so let's get into it. So, JD, what did you think of the game?
One thing I can tell for sure. I was watching the first half of the game, and since Salah scored, I am a huge Salah fan. After that, I screamed so loudly that my daughter got up. So the rest of the time, I had to like cradle her and rock her back to sleep. But
Yeah.
I can forgive all of those simply because Salah scored, and it was once again a Salah classic. I couldn't
Yeah.
be happier. Man's last season in Liverpool, so yeah, couldn't be more happier. But also Rio and what a fantastic first half he had, that guy. Like, it was
Yeah.
fantastic. It was really refreshing to see someone like really attacking the flanks and everything. Like, we missed that after Diaz, I guess. We really missed that. So
Right.
that was fantastic to see. Yeah.
Yeah, I think his step overs and things like that. I think we don't have a player like him in our team. I think he offers something different, and we'll talk more about him. And yeah, so what I thought worked well was like at least in the first half, we were running better. We were pressing Fulham. We did not allow them to settle. They did not have any shots. If clear cut opportunities at least. And what did you think about that? Our pressing Gins, like you were our critic for our pressing with our gaps in the midfield.
Yeah. So, I think I already discussed about this. Like,
Mhm.
the biggest problem I have with slot setting is like the press. What we do when we don't have the ball, the out of possession.
Huh.
But coming back to this Fulham game, I pretty much takes like two half, like first half versus second half.
Hmm.
The first half, the good thing is I like the
Yeah.
midfield that he chosen.
Hmm.
So Bosley, Witz, and
Jones.
Jones. That was pretty good.
Hmm.
And the connection between Jones and Witz, right? The way they exchange the passes, I feel like Witz is more comfortable that having Jones playing along with that.
Hmm.
And I know like a lot of our people currently they all hate Gakpo, and I agree too that when he's playing wing like the wider wing, he's not good with one on one. He cannot dribble past. He's not flexible. It's like watching something in the slow motion. But to be very frank, when comparing with Ekitike, I like Gakpo in the middle.
Yeah.
The one thing I noticed, like Gakpo starts our press, and he is
Right.
going with full mind.
Hmm.
Not like half-hearted press, but the full mind of like, okay, I have to press it. So that creates a rhythm to the players that is behind Gakpo. That
Right.
was first reason I feel like the press was better in the first half, and the midfield of Jones, particularly Jones. I was impressed with Jones, and all the runnings was done by Soboslai. So that gives one good advantage on us.
Yeah.
And with possession, I think as like JD mentioned, we were creating more one-on-one with Salah and
And
Rio.
Gomoha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rio, right? So yeah, I think this is the fun part I liked about first half.
Hmm.
But coming to the second half,
Hmm.
when that we started the like second half, I think Gravenberch was again brought back and replaced by Jones.
Right.
I don't know what is happening with Gravenberch like this time this season, but
Hmm.
I could immediately feel the difference between Jones and Gravenberch.
Yeah.
He was dropping too deep. He was as close along between
Van
Konate and
Dyke
Van
and
Dijk,
Van Dyke. Yeah.
and that is not where we want our CDM. We want the CDM to be
Little bit
higher
up
up the
higher.
pitch.
Yeah.
He needs to protect the back foot, not
Hmm.
close with the back foot. I don't know whether it is slots, tactics, and or the player ability between Jones and Gravenberch. And I
Yeah.
was telling you guys, right? Like when we play the first half good, I don't
Hmm.
know what does Slot do the halftime talk,
Hmm.
and we came as a different team, and we
Right.
will invite them to get into the team. I'm
Correct.
sure like a lot of times they had a good chance of like from the wingers the crosses. If any other
Hmm.
team they could have punish us, but I'm
Right.
glad that they could not convert it.
Hmm.
But as I said, like first half was excellent, second half was like the old
Yeah,
same
same
old.
old slot.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
James, do you want to say like
Yeah.
it's an anti-Klopp halftime messaging that goes on in the dress room?
I was telling, like, I want
Mm.
Slot not to go into halftime if we are playing good. And
Right.
if the other
I
way,
mean,
if
like,
first half, yeah,
yeah, when you were mentioning about Gakpo playing in number 9, right? So I think when Klopp and Pep Linders got Gakpo, he was touted to be a replacement for Firmino to link
Yep.
up
yes.
play.
Hmm.
But for some reason, like he plays well on the flanks for Netherlands, and then like what happened was like, and then they thought like, okay, let's move him there, and then Diaz to the false 9 in the last season.
Yeah,
So
Hmm.
that's what I
Yep.
was
for
shocked.
some,
Like last
yeah,
season, like Gakpo, not even one game he played as number 9.
Yep.
yeah. So he
He
was always
Slot was using Diaz as
Diaz is
number
false
9
9.
and
Yeah.
still Gakpo as left wing.
Mm.
Also,
So yeah,
just a thought, like Gakpo on the left-hand side was fantastic for Netherlands in the World Cup. Like
Yeah.
he was a
In
revelation.
the Euros, yeah.
Not
Yeah,
even in the World Cup. I think
yeah,
he has been playing pretty well in the
For
wings for
Netherlands, yeah.
Netherlands this
yeah.
during the qualification as well. So not
Yeah.
only
Mm.
World Cup.
Like would that I don't think so, because for a club of this stature I don't think a simple not simple really, but performance for the club, sorry, for the nation would play into a factor, but I don't think that would be the determining factor, right? They would
The
see
thing
how
is,
the strategy plays out in the training grounds and everything and
Like
then
I
take a
think,
decision.
yeah, it's true.
and
So
also I have a main issue with Gakpo, right? When he's playing in the left side, he will see there are like two defenders standing there, and still he will try to take a shot
yeah,
that is not even reaching the goalkeeper anywhere. It is being blocked by the defender.
so
If
Mm,
you take a comparison between what Rio did and Gakpo did, Rio
mm,
tried to shoot first. He saw the defender take one more dribble left and then right, and that time there was a gap opened up. If it would have been Gakpo, he would have tried to finish the first one.
yeah,
That is
mm,
gonna directly hit the defender. So I don't know.
right,
Like
so
Gakpo sometimes
I
look into the
I'm pretty much
force.
sure Rio did the same thing, kind of, just before the goal. The goal
mm,
was amazing. I mean, I knew what was he was trying to do with the
mhm,
goal. Every
mm,
defender knew what he was where he was looking at. The
right,
goalkeeper knew where he is looking at, and it is like Salah.
yeah,
He can tell that I'm going to put it there, and he
mm.
still did it right.
right,
I
The
think
OG
just
template.
before the goal, like 5 minutes before the goal, he tried the same thing, but a little bit more. The angle
yeah,
was
it
not
was
with
way well,
him,
yeah,
and Robertson was screaming at him that to give the ball to
Mm,
him because he
to him,
was open.
yeah,
I think he mentioned that in the post match
interview as
interview
well,
as well that
mm,
yeah.
don't listen to me all the time. But yeah, it's amazing to see. So
yeah,
Fulham was completely shut
mm.
down during the
No,
first
but
half
no, but
First half,
because
more than Rio, like one thing that stood to me, and Gakpo, I know gets his flack on social media and across the board and everything, but I think he was good in the
as number
pressing
no,
nine,
he
part.
yeah,
can hold the
Yeah,
ball. He can
That's
hold the
what.
ball
yeah,
as a nine.
he
That
was actually
the
good.
last
Yeah,
in the
I was
last
crying out
session.
when we were playing PSG, when we don't
Mm,
have a ball, like when
Yep,
we are having like 20% of possession. I
mhm,
was crying out to get Gakpo because
yep.
he could at
mm,
least,
hold the
hold the
ball,
ball.
yeah,
He can make simple passes. He can hold the ball.
mm,
But
right,
what Ekitike was doing, I don't understand. But that is not when we playing a PSG with 20% possession.
Yep.
We want our
right.
striker to hold the ball. So yeah.
mm.
I think so.
So
Eventually, Klopp is right, like in judging Gakpo to be number 9.
I don't know now again.
But
Mm.
Sheikh, if that is the case, why Slot didn't use him as number 9 last time? Is it because we had like Nunes, Jota, and
I think
Diaz?
so. Yeah, I think Jota and Nunes are better number 9
Yeah,
than
Yeah,
Gakpo.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Undoubtedly,
Gakpo is still
undoubtedly.
young, right? It is not like he has passed
I
his
think,
prime.
yeah,
I mean,
I think
he has
he is not
time.
flexible. The problem with Gakpo, right? He's not flexible. He is
Yep,
like, if you see Gakpo play, it's like a robot play.
yep.
He can't do like the other ways. It's like what
Mm.
6.4, but he's not flexible. He's huge.
One
He's
thing,
also not very good at heading, right? I mean, I don't know. We have
yeah.
all these tall players and none of them can head.
Right. I think
Yeah.
I think the okay, we'll come to this, but let's finish up the game and
Yeah.
we'll come back to the individual players. Like what I thought about, I'll come to you, Vivek. The drastic difference between our first half and second
Oh
half.
my goodness.
And second half, like we had so many
Yep.
opportunities to finish up the game and counter attack. I don't know what we are doing in our counter attacks, right? So, what do you see happening in our counter attacks?
I
Why are
think
we not able to finish up the games?
it is like what I mean. I knew when they have the counter attacking opportunity, as soon as
Mm.
they start, they cross the middle line. I
Mhm.
knew they will just stop and pass backwards.
Yeah,
I don't know. It is like very, very predictable.
right.
They don't have the players. I feel like if it was Nunes or Diaz, they would
Yeah.
have taken out like one or
Mm.
two defender. If it was Salah, like even
Uh,
last season, he would have
mm.
taken out a couple of defenders with dribbling and tried to shoot, right? Now
Yeah.
what we are doing is just waiting for the other players to come back. And problem is when other players are coming to the near the final third, their defense
Mm.
also got back to the position, and
Right.
to create have some shape by then,
Right.
that counter attacking opportunity is gone. I don't know. This is one of the issue that we
Mm.
have been screaming to fix, like
Right.
since the fifth or sixth game of the season, that
Mhm.
we don't know how to counter attack anymore.
Mm.
Last season it was really good. This season it
Right.
is really bad. I don't know what happened.
I think last time when we recorded, Jins brought up a good point. Like after the Bournemouth game, like everybody started calming down after losing
Yeah.
the ball.
No,
So
Sheikh, one
yeah.
point what Vivek said, right? I think the reason why we are kind of scared to do a
Mm.
counter attack is
Mm.
because we don't have a proper defensive number six. You know,
Yeah.
if
Mm.
something happens up top, right now
Mm.
what's happening? We go counter. Like at least for the first few games,
Mm.
we go for the counter. The slot
Mm.
is involving 3+3 players,
Right.
and we don't have a CDM kind of intelligent player who can cover up. Okay, if that goes bad, I would be the first one to intercept it or
Right.
at least slow down the opponent, which will okay, then my teammates can come and help me.
Right.
But what's happening with Gravenmatch or McAllister, I think they're getting isolated at one position. When there are three people coming up, they don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
So they're
Mm.
getting easily bypassed. So
Right.
that number six, I think, is having an issue
Another
with
thing,
our
and
counter.
another thing I wanted to note, that before I forget about the game, when Jones started, I was
Mm.
really scared because if you
Mm.
see his last few matches,
Few
he
matches, yeah, he
made
was
so many
short of
mistakes, like
short
gave
of
away the ball
confidence.
in
Yeah.
wrong positions. We, immediately conceded, right, from
Yeah.
his bad pass directly, or because he passed at a situation where, we had to go back to the defense and
Right.
got pressed and,
Right.
conceded. But he was really good the
Right.
first half.
First half.
I
Yeah.
think what we what from what I have seen, and there are quite a few players that is like that. Jones generally come in like after 60 minutes or 65 minutes, right? That is how Slot uses him usually. I don't think Jones is that kind of super sub.
Yeah.
He is kind of, he has to start. If he
Start.
does
Yeah.
not start, don't put him on, because
Right.
he cannot get into the game right away, and
Right.
he makes mistakes. Try to
Correct.
catch up to the game. If he starts, he
Mm.
already has control of the game, and
Mm.
he can impose himself on the game and
Mm.
control the game from the middle.
So
Right?
two things there, Vivek. I mean, Jones, yes. I mean Jones, but I mean he played very well. But
Mm.
Jones, to be very honest, I'm not sure how he would perform given a longer run of stretch. He's very good at bursts of spells. Like he's very good at that. But if you give him a longer run, like 90 minutes every game, he's starting and
I
everything.
don't know.
Would you be confident of his performance? Like
No.
once again, I mean, he will give his heart and soul.
Yeah.
Like that's a given. There is no doubt about that. But would you trust him? That is one. And the second point is like to the point that Jins you brought about the counter attack. And I think I mentioned this earlier. Like our counter attack was a beautiful thing to see in
Yeah.
the peak Klopp era. Let me put that. It was a thing of beauty, like the transitions and everything, link ups and everything.
Even last season when we started late, like
Right,
from the
right.
corners and things like that, like even with Nunes and Diaz and Jota, it was like awesome.
Exactly. That was what I was coming to shake. So
Mm.
I think number 6 is a factor, but I also think our lack of pace up top is playing into that counter attacking
Yeah.
thing. Because Nunez, Diaz, they had speed. Jota had stealth speed. He could run
Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
wanted to. These guys all had stealth, and Salah was Salah. Now the
Mm.
problem is Salah has obviously his speed has decreased a bit, and I don't think even Ikitik is not a huge sprinter. Neither is Isak. Isak is
Isak
injured
is
anyway.
actually Isak sprints well. I think that Newcastle team was a high intensity team, and
Okay.
he normally leads the press and then runs behind, right? So Isak is pretty good with pace.
So
It was great,
why
but
why
mm,
then take out words as soon as he's subbing in Isaac? I again could not
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
that.
that will come again. Like wow. Let's see. Like I think we are talking about counter attack, and I want
mm,
to touch on another thing. What's our best midfield three at this point?
mm,
I know Jones played well in the last game, and we've been mostly going with Gravenberg, McAllister, and Soboslai,
correct.
or sometimes Gravenberg, Soboslai, and Wirtz. And if
Mhm,
McAllister is playing, Wirtz goes on the left.
mm.
With these combinations, like I mean, I'll start with you, Vivek. Like, what do you think is our best midfield three, and where should Wirtz play? I mean, Wirtz is effective. I know coming off the left and then moving inside and things like that. That when he does that, right? So we cannot play Rio when he plays on
Mhm.
that side, right? So what should be our best three for the rest of the season? And I think Jins also mentioned about Gravenberg, him dropping too deep. I think that is the strategy with Slot went into this season, and then like he wanted to do a three-man defense with Gravenberg dropping down, and I think that got instilled in his mind like on every game, like he's playing like that. So
So Gravenberg either is too back, like
mm,
almost in the CB line, or he's too forward.
right,
So that is the problem. Whenever
right,
he's too forward, he's not tracking back,
mm,
and the midfield is completely empty, and people can run through it. And then there
right,
is, if there
Uh,
is in the he's too deep, then yeah,
no,
people
I'm
again.
Vivek, one thing. I'm not defending Gravenberg. I mean, he obviously had his share of issues this season, but that like moving two back or not being able to cover up front, that in my mind is a systemic tactical issue, a
Yep,
formation issue. It
probably,
cannot
probably.
always be a player issue.
Yeah,
Player can lose form, they can do
Government has
mispasses,
skill
everything, but
for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
he
so
has
yeah,
absolutely,
skill.
absolutely, yeah.
Gravenberg has his limitation. One of his limitation is like he cannot do that long pass like
No,
what
Yep,
Alonso
yep.
or Gerard can do. He cannot do that at all. Whatever passes he does, it's not it's when you do a long pass, it should like go at a pace like so that
Mm,
it could beat the man. Like his passes are like floating towards, and
yeah,
then it's not happening. So he cannot do that. The one best thing about Gravenberg is like he can be a press assistant player. Like his best game
yes,
this season was away to
yes,
Arsenal.
yep,
Like he dominated Declan Rice and Zubimendi in
yep.
that game.
yep.
So
Alone.
that's where he is effective, and
Yeah.
he
Well,
cannot play at number six. So
I think
yeah,
if every of our midfield options are
Mm,
available and fit, I think Jones should start. I mean, if you are not starting Jones, don't even put him on the bench. There is no
yeah,
point.
we
yeah,
don't
If
have a bench technically, so
yeah,
we
yeah,
have to
yeah,
put.
exactly. Just start Jones
mm,
and make sure he gets into the game early,
right,
impose himself. So that is first.
mm,
Mm,
Sobozlai is, of course. I mean,
yeah.
he's automatic pick.
And I
Now,
think Soboslai should start along with Salah on the
yep,
right side.
yep,
So he
yep,
mm,
should, yeah,
yep, and of course words. I think even during the Fulham game,
mm,
I still don't know why Slot took him off when he put Isaac on.
mm,
I have no idea, but I
right,
I think they should be on at the same time. That
right,
will cause some issues for sure.
right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
it's
when,
a. Sorry, go ahead, Sheikh. Go ahead. Yeah.
no, no, yeah. So whenever Words plays, right, so he carries the ball to their box all the time. Whenever he gets the ball, for sure, you can be 100% sure when he gets the ball in the midfield that he will go towards the box, and from there,
Mm,
there is nothing for him to do. So
Yep,
either he has to like
correct.
find a way to shoot, or he has to find somebody who is making the run, or
yep,
if he's on this side, then he has to find Frimpong, and nobody else is
Mm.
there in the box. So that's a problem. So I think for Vivek said like so Jones, Words, and Soboslai do that offer us a balance? I
yep,
don't see the balance in our midfield if those three start right.
And
yep,
Sheikh, exactly that was where I was coming to the other. And
Mm,
since we're talking about counter attacks, it's kind of pivoting to that topic. For a successful counter attack, you need a pivot. for whom
Yeah.
to release the ball, and then that pivot kind of sends that ball
Yep.
forward. With whatever starting lineup or whatever midfield we have, barring maybe Soboslai, I don't see someone
So,
being
yeah.
that pivot in the midfield to just thrust the
Right.
ball forward.
I think only Soboslai can do that long pass and
Yeah.
things like that. He can
Yeah.
do a ping.
Yeah.
Gravenberg's first thinking is like when he gets the ball, he tries to dribble and then
Yep.
carries
Yeah,
the ball forward.
exactly.
By the time
Exactly.
he does that, the
Yeah.
defense falls back. And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
I think one of the same topic, right? What happened to our counter attack? I think Slot, for some reason, he did not anticipate the Premier League to be like this. So he was thinking, okay, we are Liverpool.
Mm.
16 teams, except maybe 3 or 4 teams. 16 teams will park the bus, go into low blocks. So there is no option for me to do any counter attacking, right? If they are not they are not coming up until it's like corner or other thing. If they are not coming up, I don't have to do a counter attack.
Yeah.
So he went and bought all the players that is skillfully good. So he thought like 16 teams is gonna just park in their box. We need players that can dribble them
Yep.
and create the chances. So I think he underestimated the competitive of Premier League and completely ignored. Okay, that 4 teams I'm okay with no counter attack. I'm going with the skillful player.
Yep.
Again, coming back to the best midfield, I have these things right. The problem I have seen with Jones, sometimes Slot put him under like a number 10, which
Yep.
he will not work
No.
out. He cannot be the number 10. He needs to be as like you guys said, Wits as a number 10, and supposedly as a like a right side with Salah. Jones can control the game. He can the pace of the game he can determine it. But the only problem sometimes he get too advanced. He doesn't know when to release the ball at the right
Yep.
time. He will delay it. That will cause us to miss the ball or miss the pass and other things. So I think these are the two things that I have noticed like as part of the counter attack and the best midfield. Yeah, I agree with Vivek. So Soboslai, Jones, and Bits. For some reason, this time I don't like. Gravenberch is having a bad like season overall. It could be slot issue, or it could be like what the other team might have read how he's playing, so they have done with something else. But the one player I don't understand is McAllister. Sometimes, actually, like if McAllister starts and if he had a good game, that means that Liverpool has a good
Liverpool
game.
had a good game. Yeah.
So our entire game sometimes depends on McAllister. So I don't know whether he is having a bad season or what's
But
happening for
it
him.
does
But
not
if
seem
he
like it,
plays,
right? He is not off form. So because you cannot just switch on and off between your national team and club team, right? He is playing amazing for Argentina.
No, Vivek, you have to remember, like, there are other factors as well when he's playing for the national team versus, like, the formation, the camaraderie, all those things come into play. I'm not talking about motivation or any of those things, but basically the layout, the structure, how he's supported in the back and the front, he knows what is happening.
Yeah. So
that is what I'm saying, that it is not, maybe that is what I'm saying, that it's not that he is off form. It might be the tactics that Slot is playing. He's not fitting in that position.
he's not as press resistant as McAllister. So that's the thing with Argentina, right? Argentina, the ball is always in front of him.
Yeah.
But then Liverpool, like in Premier League, in Champions League, when playing against PSG or Barcelona kind of team, they press you, or even Arsenal, right? So when McAllister has on 180 vision, he does not have a 360 vision. He does not know what's going behind the back and things like that. So if everything is in front of him, he's like the awesomest player we can have. But if people start pressing him, then he loses focus and then he make rash
Basically,
things.
I mean, the more control Slot has, or in a particular game, the better game McAllister will have.
Right.
Actually, weirdly, I think our best midfield, I think if the tactics done properly, should include Gravenberch instead of Jones. Gravenberch is very, very press resistant.
I agree,
does
but
those
he
half
has
turns
to
and
play.
everything.
He has to play up front though, but he cannot be the number 6.
yeah. JD, what you said is correct. That's why we won the league last time, because Gravenberch was like he was in the player of the season, right?
Oh
like,
yeah, he was awesome.
He was awesome in that number 6 role.
Yeah.
I don't know why Slot changes that completely. he was having such an
Yeah, it's
outstanding
it's
form.
because to accommodate Wirtz on the left, like he had to do that because if Wirtz is playing from there, then he loses something on his defense, right? In his build-up,
Yeah.
what he thought was like he could when the build-up play from the goalkeeper
Mhm.
starts, like the groundwork can form a triangle with Frimpong and
Mm.
Ibrahim Konate here, and then like words can come into the midfield and then receive the ball and things like that. So that's Lot's initial idea. But to fit in words, like we kind of lost the balance when starting the season, and again to fit in words and Salah, we kind of
Mm.
lost something. So
I
yeah,
told you
so
start of the
mm,
season that this
yeah,
cannot be a Salah and Wirtz team at the same time. You
yeah, so,
have to
Yeah.
let one go. It is
one
not
go, yeah,
possible.
that's right, yeah,
And also, I
yeah.
think we all
Let's
missed, and also I think we all missed Trent factor. Those
that's
Yes.
counter-attacking,
Yes.
yeah,
those
Yes.
that's
Yes.
passes.
yeah, that's a
I think you
different
guys
topic.
remember
Yeah,
like
yeah,
last
yeah,
Arsenal game, that the pass.
yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
He opened up, yeah.
Yeah. So
So
that is
let's
counter-attack. I think
uh,
30% of that belongs to Trent. So yeah.
break.
yeah.
Okay. So let's move on. So let's talk for a moment about Rio and Gamoha
Oh,
Mm.
and this performance. Like what it means for the rest of the season. I feel like he should be a starter for rest of
he
all
should
our
start.
games.
He must start against
Yeah,
PSG as well. I mean,
I
he
mean,
will give something. It is a
eh,
great experience for him as well to
right.
play in that kind of stage,
Mm.
and I think he should start.
So yeah,
Mm.
so I believe you have to be an automatic starter for rest of our games in Premier League and tomorrow as well. You should start tomorrow. And so I want to talk a little bit about him, his performance yesterday, and
Mhm.
what it means for Ekitike. Now that Isak is also back,
Mm.
so where does that leave Ekitike? And I feel that Ekitike's best position is coming off the left.
Mm.
But with the Rio's performance and Ekitike in our team, where do we go from here? Let's
I
talk
think
a little bit about Rio and then let's finish off with Ekitike.
yeah. I mean I'll go first. I mean Rio I think gives us something that we had been sorely missing after Diaz departed, which
Yeah.
is pace
Yeah,
down the left flank.
right.
Now, the thing about pace is you can have all the skill in the world, but unless you are someone like a Messi or a Maradona, it really does not matter
Yeah.
unless you can go past people.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
true.
does not matter.
Mm.
Now, Rio has that, and also he has that thing which only youth gives, like the fearlessness of shooting and everything. He
Fearlessness.
simply
Yeah.
doesn't care. He just shoots, like what we saw in the other game. Now, these are the pros. Anything in life has pros and cons. Those are the pros. The con is he's highly inexperienced. So you never
Yeah.
know
Mm.
what you're going to get when you come up against a current Champions League game against PSG and everything. PSG are not
Mm.
stupid. They know
Yeah.
how to tackle, how to deprive him of that space or give him enough space so he falsely runs into an offside position and those kind of things. They will do that. I mean, they are a very clever team. They will set those traps and everything. Will he be able to overcome that? We are not sure because that is not a position that he has been tested in. Will he be able to
Right.
hold the line, with, I assume if it's the same formation as Fulham, will he be able to hold the line with Salah and go from there? Will he be able to link up with Gakpo? We don't know these things. But the pace will definitely pose some problems. And he is not
Yeah.
afraid to shoot. He will go and shoot. Like words, I think I told you guys on the text, right? It seems like he carries the ball, then he suddenly remembers, oh, I need to pass. I shouldn't shoot. He suddenly stops and he thinks and then he
And he looks
looks
for
for people.
people.
He looks for people. Suddenly, it's like
Mm.
someone has told him, no, just look for someone, and like that. Like, anyways, he was not like that in Bayern Leverkusen. Like, he was like shooting left and right, all those things.
Mm.
Even
So,
with Germany,
even
Even
with
with
Germany,
he
Germany.
shoots.
Yeah.
oh, Germany words is on another level, like
Yeah.
Mm.
national team words. But anyways, I think Rio is a very interesting case. I, I mean, I think we should start him against PSG because it can be an X factor. Let me put it
Yeah.
that way. I mean, the tried and tested that we have this season will probably not cut against this PSG. So Rio will be an X factor. I think he should start in the game against PSG. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, see, I understand from both the sides, right? I think,
Mhm.
yeah, like Rio is our best player when it comes to one-on-one dribbling ability. So
Yeah.
if there are two players, he can go right, he can go left.
Mhm.
It's like he keeps everybody edge of the seat,
Yeah.
like because we don't know what he's gonna do when he's
Mhm.
gonna shoot or anything.
Mhm.
But I understand from what Slot's point of view, because he's like what 17-year-old,
Right, right,
and
right. Yeah.
looking into our players like Dance or Baxter, we have introduced these players and then
Mhm.
they get continuous injury where
Yeah.
Slot was saying we have to be very careful with it.
Yeah.
This is like argumentative because Yamal, right? Like he
Yeah.
starts every game and he's the
Right.
same.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it is like the Premier League intensity is causing these issues, but I think that is the reason I feel like
No,
Slot is hesitant on
I
bringing him.
think
But Jin's interrupting. You
budget
have to remember, Trent started playing at what, 18
18,
regularly. He played all
18.
the
Yeah.
games, so there are
Yeah,
there
the
are
But
cases
is
to be made.
I think it
that is a
has.
problem that we are seeing him in now. He is what, like 26? What
Yeah,
is his
and he is
Yes.
availability?
constant injury.
He's
Yeah,
What
constantly
is
I
his
injured.
Mm.
availability?
yeah I
So if
think
you
I
guys
think
follow the
that
Raj, right,
one
in
of the
Twitter,
reason was Klopp's like high
High
intensity.
I
intensity.
think
I think Slot does not play with that kind of intensity anymore. I don't think we are that kind of intense
Klopp not
pressing
only
team
plays
anymore.
with that intensity in the game, but they also train with the same
yeah.
intensity
Yeah.
Yeah,
all 7 days.
yeah.
No, Jins, you're saying something about some doctor. You were saying something
Yeah.
about.
So he said like the way that Liverpool handled Trent, like he started 18 and like by
Right.
24, 25,
Yeah.
we have extracted everything out of
Yep.
him. So
Mm.
Mason Mount, these are a couple of the players where
Mm.
they cannot play like continuous 3 to 4 games. And
Yeah.
then we have Salah the other side,
Yep.
who can still play all the games.
Yeah.
So I think that I don't know what Slot was mentioning about this, that we have to be careful how we use Rio.
Usually, yeah.
I can start him all the game, but in long term that could be a problem. So I don't know whether it is coming up from the medical department or a physician side. Okay, they are giving, okay, you can play
Yeah.
Rio this much minutes per week. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
No,
not
no,
sure. But
you're right.
Question.
I think you are right. Sorry, Vivek, once again. I think you are right, and I think we saw the similar pattern with our best number six. I guess. I mean, post Xavi Alonso and those era, Fabinho. His legs were gone, man. He was
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, it was
Firmino was
done.
the same thing. They both of them had run to the ground. Like
Yeah.
they
yeah,
could not take it anymore. So I think, yeah, I agree. There is a case to be made for that as well.
I have one question. Are you planning if should Slot start him tomorrow or not? To you, Jeans. I know JD already said.
yes,
I
Mm.
think
For me,
I
we
should.
should start because tomorrow's game, like it's like do or die
There's
for us.
there is
Yeah,
nothing to lose tomorrow.
Exactly. There
I
is
exactly.
think
nothing to
we need.
lose.
Yeah.
Like, there is
Yeah.
nothing to lose. Like,
So
like
I would definitely start him. He will give the sparks. But knowing Slot, I think he might not start because he
So
started against Fulham. So I don't
I
know.
don't know. Knowing Slot, I really have doubt as well. I mean, I don't know if he will start or he will just start Ekitike. I have no idea.
and yeah,
Did you did
so
you did you guys see his press conference? He was saying that it's gonna be the same formation or same thing that happens against PSG. So
no, I think this
so
brings up to the
see,
points. I mean, Sheikh wanted to bring about Ekitike. I think this is a good
yeah,
segue into that topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. So where does this leave Ekitike? Ekitike, I am a fan of him. I like his dribbling style and I like
Mhm.
his finishing. I like his IQ in front of goal. He is he is like someone refreshing to see after the so many misses we had with Nunes. Like if there
Mhm.
is a goal to be finished, like we can be sure that Ekidike will finish it. But the problem is like he is very good only facing the goal, but back to the goal or dropping deep and things like that.
So
He cannot hold the ball up. He cannot head the ball. But the two things he's good at is like scoring and dribbling. So, and I feel his best position is on the left.
Yep.
But will that hamper Rio's development? And where should Ekitike play if he plays?
I personally think we are too impatient, especially with Ekitike words, etc. Both are really really young players,
Yeah.
really young.
Yeah.
They their peak is like 5-6 years away at least, if not more.
Yeah.
So I think Ekitike is a very mature player. He
Mm.
picked up Premier League like from the first get go. I think
Right.
he will learn from his mistakes.
I mean, Vivek, we are not doubting his cleverness or his technique, or we are the question is like, where does he play? Like the
Where does
place
he
is
play
limited.
exactly?
There is 11 people. Where do you play him?
I'm
I think
with-
I think for me, when Isak is fit, like he should start every game.
Yep.
He's our number 9. I think
Yep.
he offers the same thing with Haaland offers. Uh, he will finish like if he's in prime fitness, he's in
Mm.
peak form and peak fitness. He should be our number 9 all
Yep.
the time.
No,
Yeah.
I will not play Ekitike as number 9. I
Yeah.
would play in left, as you mentioned. And I think if Rio is not playing, I think, and Isaac is not 100% fit tomorrow. I would start with Gakpo as number 9 and Eki on the left.
Like,
A- at least that will give PSG something to think about. I
uh,
don't think they are a super drill defensive team. They are a super drill pressing team. They are an intense team who can press to the front, but their defense is not that
not
good.
great. Yeah, there are gaps. Yeah, there are gaps at PSG which we could exploit if we play
Yeah,
properly. Should Salah start again tomorrow? Okay, when we go to the PSG game, we'll talk about
Mm.
that.
okay.
But just want to finish off with
Yeah,
Ekitike where he plays, and then the next season how it goes for him.
yeah.
Like,
I don't. I think Ekitike should be fine with playing bit part role like
yeah,
Jota, like not as a number 9 but as a left in the
yeah.
left. Maybe Rio most of the
So,
games, but when Rio cannot
so
play,
you're not a fan of 4-4-2 with both Ekitike and Isak playing as.
I am not. I don't think Slot will go for that.
One thing over here, I think that might actually be the future, and the reason for that is AK's peak will coincide with Isak's downfall. If we haven't seen, because Isak
Yep.
is like, how do I put it, very expensive Ferrari. It will break down,
Yep.
and that breakdown will be very sharp fall. Like after that, it's scrap value. So, and AK's peak should, I mean, in theory, AK's peak and Isak's downfall should coincide. So we should have a curve like this. That is
Yeah.
one. The other part is, I mean, on a completely different note, I miss Nunez, man. I
Yeah.
miss Nunez. Like that,
Yeah, also.
that guy will invoke all type of family relations to the opponent player, remind him of all family relations, and then we'll run back to like the goalkeeper, Allison, handshake with him, and then again run back. I miss that. Eki will never do
Yep.
that.
No.
Never. His peak
Yeah,
or
he
his
is.
peak,
No,
he's never going to do that.
he drops deep for sure. Even when playing 9, he drops deep. But problem
Yeah.
is, at as Jeans mentioned at the start, that he does not know when to, take the ball and keep the ball and then pass. He's like, oh, I got the ball. He'll try to dribble and shoot right away, and that is because he is immature. Same as Rio, right? Rio is 16, 17. Eki is like 21, 22. So I'm pretty much sure these things he will learn. So Eki is for a long haul. I'm certain he will stay there and do great things with Liverpool for sure.
You know what? I think
Yep.
Iki might actually be good for low block teams because he might try one of those fancy things. Whereas Rio might actually be good for teams like PSG because they might just hold back fearing that pace.
Yep.
Like they know like he can break through. Iki, they wouldn't be that much concerned. Like they can,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
Rio's that
Yeah.
intense pace or Frimpong's intense pace, they might hold back just a little bit. Like, not go all
Yeah,
out attack.
and also we need to factor in Anfield, right? Not the crowd as such, the size of the ground itself when compared to Paris. I think it will favor us. It won't. We won't have much bigger gaps like we had in our away game. But yeah, we'll get to that when we discuss the PSG game.
What I think, right? What I think this summer when we signed both Ekitike and Isak, I think we started already like a post Salah's
Yep.
plan. That was the future plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there is no way Isak, Ekitike, and Salah all can start together.
No.
There is no way we could do it. So I think the next season we will really understand what is the plan of signing both Ekitike
Yeah.
and Isak.
You think
But
Rio
for-
will move right and take Salah's place, or
No, I think what I'm thinking, right? They could not find a proper Salah's replacement.
Yeah.
So they will either change the formation of how Liverpool wants to play.
Hmm.
But for coming back, as I said, like I got so mad on Ekitike like against Paris. As I think already we discussed about it. That's like, when we don't have the ball, I think that time he was very immature. He was trying with all silky touches and trying other things. So that will not work. So for me, we should start Isak or Gakpo, and Rio and Salah should start at least for tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
But down the line, when Salah leaves, I don't think we are gonna get any of the Olisi kind of players. So
We'll
we
see.
have to.
Yeah,
Yeah, can't say.
I have a topic for that. Like, let's get
we'll
that.
discuss.
No, just one final thing. Like on that Ekitike topic, uh, I mean, when Klopp left and we were rebuilding and everything, I don't think any Liverpool fan or any Liverpool, I assume even the people in the admin thought we would ever going to win a Premier League in the first year of slot. No, if anybody
never.
thought that or betted money on that, my hats off to them, but I don't think that. That is one. And we were pretty much confident, like for 3-4 years, we'd be in a rebuilding phase.
Yep.
pretty
Yeah.
much. And I think Ekitike is a huge part of that rebuilding
Part of
process.
that,
That, I,
yeah,
that,
yeah,
that I
absolutely.
believe. And also the
Mhm.
famous dialogue in that movie Moneyball, if I remember correctly, you cannot replace Salah. You are basically
No.
trying to replace Salah's output with multiple people.
Multiple
Yeah.
things, yeah.
You cannot
That's the
replace
money ball,
Salah.
right? That's the
Yeah.
money
Yeah,
ball.
it's a money ball, yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
already did that with Trent because
Yeah.
we cannot replace Trent. There is no
Yeah,
other player
there's
like
no other
Trent.
player like
Yeah.
Trent, yeah.
So
You
what
cannot.
we did, we bought Wits along with Frimpong. But I
Yeah,
think the only missing part was we didn't get a proper number 9.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
number 6. We can
Number
discuss
6,
maybe.
yeah. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yes. Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So moving on. So we'll come to Vivek's favorite topic. So, so let's having seen the results of the Premier League this weekend, we are actually 3 points from Manchester United in third
So
place. No, hang on. I'll just set the stage for you. So we are 3 points behind Manchester United and 3 points behind Aston Villa, 4 points ahead of Chelsea, and 5 points ahead of Brentford. We are comfortably, I can say we are comfortably in the fifth position. And if I am really optimistic, Slot can finish third. If,
Oh.
yeah, I'm saying optimistically,
Yeah.
he can finish third. If he does that, where does Dust leave Slot? Should he continue next season? And would you rate this season a success if he finished third?
I mean, if he finishes fourth, I would rate this season a success. If he finishes third, wow. I mean, he could not have wished for a better weekend than this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
if he would, I mean, if somebody gave him option that how do you think this weekend go, he would say, yeah, maybe Manchester United get a draw, maybe Chelsea get a, Chelsea lose, Aston Villa, for sure they will win. Every result got it
Mm.
went his way.
Went our way,
Every
yeah.
single result, like more
Mm.
than he wanted. So I don't know if it is like maybe something will again. I don't know. Week is still young. Something might still happen tomorrow, which will make or
Remember
break this
Salah's
week.
t-shirt.
But,
Never give up. Remember Salah's t-shirt.
yeah, I mean, it's like he could not have wished for a better weekend.
So yeah, so let's assume if those things happen. So would you keep Slot next season?
I think he deserves a chance. Specifically,
Vivek, that is not what you said in WhatsApp.
I mean, I am still very skeptical about him. I think he needs to learn and change a lot of things. Like one of the things that Jeans mentioned, like second half team talk, right? Something is going wrong every single game.
Mm.
That is one thing, and there has to be some, tactical changes he needs to make. Maybe because of team imbalance, maybe because of something else. But I think if he can finish third on his second season or fourth even, or I don't care, even if fifth, we are getting Champions League football, I think he deserves another chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
Jerry.
it can change
Hmm.
during next podcast
Next
depending
week.
on how things goes.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I think
Vivek, I think during the podcast we should show the screenshots of what Vivek said on WhatsApp on the side.
yeah, we'll see later. Yeah, I have said things. So, we'll see. So I was going to talk about what was that? Yeah. So Jerry, how do you think the league is like if people are allowing us to finish third?
I mean, how do I put this? Slot had the most chance to become a Liverpool manager, win back-to-back leagues this season.
Back-to-back leagues. Exactly. I was
Because
gonna say that,
others
yeah.
are shit. Others are shit.
Yeah.
Like this season, like apparently nobody wants to win this season.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's at that stage. No, I don't want to win it. Like Arsenal, like they are finding out ways by which they are holding back. Manchester City keeps finding weird ways by which they seem to like, nah, let's give Arsenal a little more ahead, and it's shit. Like Slot had the best chance. That being said, I'm actually very, very divided on Slot, and the reason for that is, how do I put this? I believe Salah leaving might actually be a good thing for the squad.
Yeah.
Because then
Could be.
people will have extreme clarity of roles. Like, this is what my responsibility is. I know this guy is not there anymore. This is what I need to do. I think they will have that clarity. Salah leaving is a good thing. Robertson leaving, probably not so much, but Robertson's leaving will also leave a big gap. But I think that is also probably for the best because that will allow people to come up more in the leadership role. When you have someone of Robertson's stature and you know his vocal ferocity and everything, it
Yeah.
can become difficult for newer squad members to express themselves. Probably,
Right.
it's a very logical thing. It happens, and he's very senior. He's friendly. He's all those things, but he's very senior, right? That guy. So I think Salah leaving is probably 90%. It will be a very big impact on positive impact on
Yeah.
everybody, and similar for Robertson. That being said, whether Slot is able to utilize the resources at his disposal, I'm not very
Right.
sure. Number
Yeah.
6 is still a huge gap. You cannot rely on a makeshift to Gravenberg. You cannot hope Soboslai plays everywhere except as a goalkeeper position and keep running on the ground. So that part I'm not sure. But that part I'm not sure how much to lay the blame at Slot's feet and how much to put it on the sports directors, like the admins like Richard Hughes and those guys and everything, and figure out like, hey, this is the squad that we are giving you need to make do with this. If that is the case, then make it abundantly clear to everybody, like the supporter groups and everything. We are not targeting for champions. We are targeting, our goal is to just qualify for Champions League, and our goal is to like be in the top 5 and something like that. That is fine. But if your club has certain ambitions where Klopp has left the club, then you need to provide most of the resources as best as possible to go into something else. So I'm very divided on Slot, but if he can finish where we think, let me rephrase, where we hope he can finish, then more
Oh,
power to
have
him.
you?
Please continue.
That is what I was posting on the WhatsApp group. Have you seen the games left between all the Champions League contenders? There are quite a few opportunities that each other will take points of one another, and that can open a door for. I'm not saying it is only for Liverpool or Slot. It might open a door for Chelsea. It might open a door for United. It might open a door for Aston Villa. It is like
Look at
amazingly
this
set up.
look at this stage. Like once you are in the round of 16 in the Champions League, any team can win, because if you are
Yep.
in a round of 16 Champions League, you are a very good team.
Yep.
Like you have a good squad. That's a given.
And,
like
and
you are the
we
best
are
16.
we are forgetting Slot finished even with this kind of imbalance, broken squad where we know that there are issues in tactics. He finished third in Champions League group stage. I mean,
third. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, and that is not easy feat where teams
See,
like
see,
PSG,
see, the
Madrid.
issue. I think. I mean, I'll wrap this up. The issue I think with Slot is it's not more than the tactics, more than the squad and all those things. I think people realize that, understand that. I think people are understanding those. That where it hurts people more or where it frustrates people more is like the Liverpool way, if you will. We don't seem to be fighting. Like we
Yep.
just give up. We don't run and everything. I think that's what. I think people are understanding. They understand the squad is rebuilding. There are people who are leaving. Newer people are coming. People understand that. That's absolutely
Right.
rational. The frustration is like, why are you not running? Soboslai seems to be the only person like chasing like a
Running,
dog
yeah,
after
that's
the
right.
ball. Like what is that? I think that is the frustration point, and that's where the question
Yeah,
also
and I
comes
think
from.
especially in that FA Cup game against Manchester City, right? Like they were letting crosses coming in, not chasing back. Konate was dreaming when Haaland was making the run across.
Yeah.
So all these, right? The coach has to set the tone. Yeah, like if he finishes third, then he should be given a chance at least to see in the first 3 or 4 months, at least until the second international break of the next season, to see where he can take the team. I think having said all those things, with Alonso available and Luis Enrique having not signed a new deal at PSG, looking for a new challenge with some reports. Like so, those are the things, the factors I'm considering. Is Lard the better man to lead Liverpool? We will have the chance to sign Alonso or Enrique, right? I mean, if Guardiola steps down, City for sure is going to hire Alonso if he is available,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the things I'm thinking about. But if he does finish third, like at least I think he should be given time next season.
See, one thing is, and once again, this is like the thing about coaches is a coach has to like one of the reasons I started supporting Liverpool was because of Owen and everything, but then I read more about the city. So the city and the club, they are kind of intertwined. There is a
Working class,
philosophy.
yeah.
There is a philosophy over there. Klopp embodied that. So
Right.
and this is not only for Liverpool. This applies like however it weird ways. It applies for Arsenal. It applies for Manchester United. It applies for Newcastle. Every city they have a character. The coach has to fit that character. The reason Eddie Howe gelled so well, I believe, at Newcastle, like when he started off and everything, is because I think he embodied some of that. Ferguson, he embodied the United spirit and all
Yep.
those things. That there has to be a gelling of that factor. I
Right.
am actually not convinced that if Luis Enrique is
Yeah,
available,
that's
he comes in. Then I am not
No.
very sure like he would like fit that mold of person you wanted to.
Yeah.
Klopp seemed like he was built for that. Like
Yeah,
his
Klopp was
only
built for
purpose
that.
was
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not very convinced. Yeah.
One of the reason whenever Jeans mentions Julian Nagelsmann,
Mm.
I don't like that guy. I mean he might be a great coach, but I never feel, I mean seeing him, it never felt like he can, connect with Liverpool. Not at all. I think
But
I
yeah,
think
he can bring the best out of words, like how he's doing for the German
um
national team.
Yeah,
that
that is.
that
Mm.
Alonso can bring the best out of words as
That's
well.
true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Cool.
And words is already like
Mm.
highly
Mm.
functioning. It is not like that
Mm.
words. I mean, again, I'm still unconvinced. Not sure
Right.
how it will go till the end of the season.
Mm.
As we mentioned, discussed about like players choose when to turn up and when not to turn up. We don't know how it will go
Right.
for the rest of the 6 games of the season. It's
Okay.
still a pretty long season, so we'll
Right.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking about rest of the games, and with I think Salah has maximum of 7 games
Yep.
now, a minimum of 7 games, hopefully.
Yeah.
Probably more than that with Champions League tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll just, I just want your guys' thoughts on what's the role of Salah for the rest of the season. Like, how do you like to see him go? Jins, start with you.
Yeah. Like I think we started with the Fulham game, and we were talking about like how Jones and Rio play. But the like, I think that was a complete Salah's performance. I
Yeah.
think we have not noticed or we have not discussed on that.
Mm.
Salah was amazing.
Yeah.
I think the one ball, I think he just flew it towards Gakpo or someone
Gakpo, yeah.
who was Gakpo, right?
Gakpo, yeah.
So, and he created one chance for Gakpo. I don't know whether he was trying to hit it or hit it, but Salah was the usual Salah.
Yeah.
So he was getting into the space. He was taking this one-on-one, and he was dropping down and he was creating chances. So that is the Salah I would like to see for the rest of the season going forward.
Yep.
And I hope that the problem with Salah, like previous seasons, when he is, I think when he is not playing good, there comes a moment he will quickly change the outcome of
Change
the
the
game.
Yeah.
I think he had a chance against City in FA Cup, and
Right.
he was like
Because-
too bad on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that is one thing that. And the other thing I notice about this team, right, like what we have currently. Tell me, when was the last time we made a comeback and we win the game? When was the last time like we went a goal down and we came back and win?
That is
Yeah.
exactly the Liverpool we was talking about. Like even if
Yes,
it's 89th
yes.
minute, you fight,
So
you keep
what I
running.
noticed, like if we are conceding that first goal, then like our heads goes down, and like I think Sheikh already mentioned, Van Dijk is a good player, he's a good captain, but he's not kind of leadership team that he can motivate the team.
Yeah.
But coming back to this one, so I think Salah should start all the game, and I'm hopefully see that he wins the Champions League with us the last season. I know it's like 99% faith and 1% chance, but I think that is where I am going for.
Okay. And yeah, he's leaving behind a huge legacy as well. So, Vivek, so what do you think about Salah for the rest of the season? And
No, I completely agree
do
with James.
yeah.
I think Fulham game was kind of the old Salah. I mean,
Yeah.
he created, he dropped back, he scored the amazing goal. He had some connection with Gakpo throughout the game.
Right.
It was really good to see the old Salah back. And again, I don't know. I don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, hopefully,
I would love to see more of Salah in Champions League. I I'm pretty much sure he's going to go in a Champions
Champions
League
League, yeah, club, yeah.
team after leaving Liverpool for
Mm.
sure. But yeah, for one last hurrah, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I hope tomorrow is not the end of him for
Like
Liverpool
Champions
in
League for us,
Champions
yeah.
League.
Hopefully,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
And Jerry, do you think? I think I'm hearing rumors like he might join Galatasaray. So, do you see him still playing in Europe or moving to
Mm,
Saudi or MLS?
mm, uh, I think if he goes to MLS, I'll travel to that city to watch a game. That is one. But on more serious note, I think he still can easily perform at a Champions League level club
Yeah.
in a more lesser intensity league. He can easily
Right.
perform. The guy has tremendous fitness. Like
Mm.
he is still in peak shape. He might lost a yard or two of pace, but that is more than enough to not even Galatasaray. I think he might be a good fit for his old club, Napoli or those kind of things. He might be a very good fit for
Yeah.
the Serie A or
Serie A, right?
yeah, Serie A or those kind of league. I mean, he still has the fitness. As for my hopes and expectations, I hope he scores a hat trick every game. Like we have what 6 games in PL plus I hope
Mm.
right, 4 more in the Champions
Hopefully.
League, and he scores. But
Mm.
if not, then I would like to see him play with the freedom that he had when he first joined us. Like with the freedom with he played, it just looked
Yeah.
fantastic to see him play. And at
Mm.
least I hope to see him score one counter-attack
Mm.
goal. 1-1. I would love to see him that. Turn
Right.
the opponent number 6 inside out and then just
Mm.
run towards the goal and score. I would love to see him do that one final time
Yeah.
in our colors. Yeah, that
Cool.
is.
Yeah. Sheikh, I have a question for you. So
Mm.
last season, Salah and Slot had such a tremendous relationship, right? After
Yeah.
every, I think there was one interview where Salah came out and said that Slot is very honest. If he likes something, he'll say he likes it. If he
Mm.
doesn't like something, he will come and say he doesn't like it.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was nothing like he will show a good face and behind the scene there is. So that was a relationship. So what do you think happened this season?
Mm.
So there is a saying, right? As we
Yeah, yeah,
programmers
yeah.
know
So,
something, like if something is working, do not try to modify it. Just leave it as it is. So
yeah,
what
yeah. I think,
Slot did that
yeah, what
create
happened
Salah?
was, I think that kind of goes back to what Vivek has been saying, right? So, the team cannot, there is no space for both Wirtz and Salah in the team. If they are playing, the team is massively imbalanced. So last season, the role for Salah was clear cut. It was defined. So he doesn't have to track back. He is our sole creator. Like he can hang on the shoulders of on the last line of defense, and then Van Dijk or Trent can find him, and then from there Darwin and Diaz can make those spacey runs, and Salah will mostly find him or use them as a decoy and then score goals. So that was his role. So he doesn't have to track back or do anything like that. So that was what Salah defined. That was what Slot defined for Salah last season, and he carried that last season. He carried us to the Premier League. He single-handedly did that. He scored like what 27 goals and 20 plus assists, 20 assists in one season. It's I think 19, right? Yeah, 19 or 20 assists. So that is like that is like amazing
Yeah.
stats for a player, right? Both goals and
Mm,
assists. So he literally carried us to the Premier League. But what happened this season was once Wirtz came in, the team was imbalanced, and though we started like winning five on the bounce to start the season, we saw the underlying performance like it was not good. The team was imbalanced,
Yeah.
and he continued playing them two together, and then we started losing games, right? So games against Palace, Chelsea, uh, the game against City, and then like Forest and PSP, right? Those two were hard to take, especially
mm,
against there was back to back
Yep.
Forest and PSV,
PSB.
right? 3-0 and 4-1, that too at Anfield. Because of what? Like of all the imbalance. So after those two games, what happened with Slot is he tried to bring some balance. Like, he kind of overcorrected. Like we cannot be too over attacking. So he
mm,
kind of brought the team back. So when he brought the team back, he had no space for Salah in that team, right? So he cannot
mm,
have that luxury of leaving Salah up front when we were losing so much. So that's what happened. Like we went on a unbeaten streak for like 12 or 13
Yeah.
games, having drawn like
Yeah.
0-0,
mm,
1-1.
Most of it.
And the thing, we just won like four games in that. So he brought them back. I think we were 12th at the end of the Forest game, and then by the time the start of January or mid of January, we were like close to fourth or fifth. So he did something, and then like when these were happening, Salah felt left out. So. And I think he kind of didn't talk to Salah at that point, and they were pretty
I
sure
think he
that
was trying to save his own job, right?
right,
Yeah.
Slot
yeah.
by
Slot was trying to
whatever means. Yeah.
his own job, and then I think they were trying to push Salah out in January as well, I believe. And then I think Gerard in the podcast for Overlap, he came and said like he spoke to him after the interview and asked him
Mm.
to keep his head down and things like that. So I think Salah listened to his advice,
Um,
and then like he tried to see out the season, and I think he worked out the deal in the back end so that he could leave at the end of the season. I think that all happened in January, and then Slot knew and how he can use Salah. Then they kind of water on the bridge, and then he started starting Salah and things like that. So
You know
yeah,
one
I
thing.
think
I
that's
think
what happened.
those three games at the beginning of the season. What was that? I think Newcastle, Arsenal, and Burnley, which we
Mm.
barely won. Those three. I
Yeah.
think those we barely won all three of them. If you
Oh,
think about it.
the Burnley was horrible.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the last minute penalty,
Last
Yeah,
right?
and
minute penalty. Yeah.
last minute
This
penalty,
guy.
yeah,
Mm.
and I think after Burnley we played Atletico. I mean that was relatively fine, but those first three games I think set a very long expectation of that everything was right with this season.
Yeah.
With the
Everyone
season,
was
yeah.
hyped. Oh, things are going so fine, but we barely won those games.
Right.
Like I think Newcastle was Ingoma like somehow
Yeah, 90th
Oh, yeah.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
90th minute.
They
Burnley
were
was
10,
Burnley.
10 man, like but
And
they
Arsenal
came
was
around.
that insane world class free kick from Soboslai, which
Yeah.
is
That's
like
fine.
insane. Those three set very long expectation. I think that all those things, nothing ever is in isolation, right? Things have to be taken into context and things build up slowly. I think
Right.
winning those games, we have slot the thing, okay, maybe I can continue. That kind of devolved very quickly because that is not how it can. You will
How
get
it
caught
can.
out
Yeah.
very,
Yeah. Yeah.
very soon. You will get caught out, which what happened, right? And I think all of those things together, couple, whatever
Right.
we are seeing
It's
right
true. Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So Slot tried to bring balance to the team, and then Salah was the scapegoat. So
Yeah.
that's what happened, I feel. All right.
Yeah.
So wind this up with tomorrow's game, the big one, big
Mm.
Anfield European night. Hopefully, Anfield can play a factor. And today, Soboslai said, like, if I have to die on the field tomorrow, I will. And then hopefully, that was the mentality for others as well. If
Mm.
that's the case, like, what chance do you think we have tomorrow, and how do you see the game going? And let's see who should be our front three as well. So let's hear it from Vivek first. Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, I think Rio should start
Yeah.
with Gakpo at 9 and Salah on the right.
Mm.
I think
Okay.
we should not tinker around about
Mm.
that. They had a good game against Fulham. The confidence is there.
Mm.
I'm pretty much sure, even though I don't expect anything from tomorrow's game, to be honest. I don't know. I again, I would love to be proven wrong. I would wear a slot, face, printed face on my head in the next podcast if for somehow he pull this off. The only thing
Mm.
that went his way on the first leg is PSG
Mm.
could not score more.
More than two. Yeah.
Yeah, it is still 2-0. It
Yeah,
is
it's in the
not
yeah.
out of reach.
Right.
That is I don't know how it happened, but it is still not out of reach. Anfield, lot of things can happen. Lot of things can happen. I'm not very sure about this video from Liverpool account. I think it will put
It's
some
just
extra
It's just
pressure.
motivation for the supporters. Like we were feeling so down. So
Yeah, I
but
don't
that
know.
was good. The video was good.
The video was good, but yeah, it was
Not
really
the right
good.
time.
But it would have been really positive if they put it out after the match. After
no,
we,
yeah. So see, the video, right? So let me comment on the video for a second. Um, Barcelona, right, in 2018-19, even though we lost 3-0 in the first leg, our performance was excellent. I
excellent.
thought.
Yeah. That's the
So
difference.
Yeah.
we missed a lot of chances. Ter Stegen had like an excellent game.
Yeah.
Like he saved a lot of things. Like Salah missed like two clear chances
Yeah.
and things like that.
I
And
think two post.
Yeah,
and
two posts as well.
and
And
Messi
I think that
scored a
was
world
one
and
of
Messi scored a
Salah's.
world class
Yeah.
goal.
yeah, Messi
I think that
scored a
was one
world
of
class goal.
Salah's best game, like
Best,
Yeah.
performance we had.
away from home,
Yeah.
and especially at Camp Nou, and we've performed well. And I thought I was like, how did we lose that game? 3-0 was my best because
Yeah.
I don't know, Suarez scored a rebound here,
Yeah.
and Messi scored an absolute worldie,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
then things happened. So, but after that game, I was like confident, like at Anfield, like we could beat this team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know like we could beat it in the regular time, but I think we would have taken it to penalties or something like that. That's what I felt. But this
Mm.
time, like I didn't feel that our first leg was hopeless. and that video, and that video added, fuel to the fire, right? So that's what I felt. Again,
Mm.
like a game tomorrow, it's a new. I mean, I'm the most optimistic Liverpool supporter. Like every time we play at Anfield, like I always back us to win.
Yeah.
Uh, that's the thing. It felt different for me with Slot. Like our performances at Anfield has not been up to the mark.
Yeah.
Like if our performance at
Mm.
Anfield was pretty good, then I'd be okay with Slot continuing as well. So
Yeah.
it's that. So we'll see. So JD, how do you see tomorrow?
Squad, I would keep the squad unchanged. That is
Same
for
as
one.
Fulham.
Yeah, same as Fulham. I don't really see a
I
point
think
tinkering
Jones
with it.
is injured. Like he pulled his
No, I think
hamstring.
he's
I don't think
back.
he can play.
He's
back.
back. He
I
was
think he's back.
training.
He was
That's
training.
what
Yeah,
he said.
yeah, that's what I
James
saw in
Spears said he was
the-
training. So
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
that's
keep the
good.
squad unchanged. I mean, if Jones, maybe he can be subbed out or something. But yeah, keep the squad unchanged. As for the predictions, I think we'll score 2. It'll end up 2-2. Then we'll go to penalties. I think Mama Dashavili will have the game of his life. He'll save 4 straight out shoots. I think
Yeah, I think
Dembele
this
will shoot
time-
on over the bar, and we will win.
I think this time, if it goes to penalties, I think we'll have a chance because Donnarumma is not there. Donnarumma is like a mountain, man. Like he saves the
Yeah.
penalty.
Yeah,
and
he just
last time
catches
who all
the
took? I
ball.
think Nunes and Jones they all missed, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
So
it was down to
yeah.
Donnarumma. Donnarumma is like an excellent penalty saver.
No,
yeah.
and
So this
I
time
think,
Dembele will shooting over the bar, man. Relax. Dembele shooting over
I
the bar.
think last season, if we had Kelleher instead
Mm.
of Allison,
we would have
we
won.
could have at least stopped a couple of penalties.
You know, we can do that
Alisson
as a
is not-
separate topic, but I miss Kelleher. I
Yeah.
miss Nunez. I miss Kelleher. I miss those two guys.
Yeah.
They were
But
very,
one
very
thing,
good.
just to add, like what Vivek was telling, selling Kelleher was a mistake. I think that was what he wants. He wants to be number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
he-
were in
he-
not a position to, tell him, okay.
Yeah, no,
can
I
replace
understand. And
Alisson.
and he was too good to be a backup.
Not
Like he was
backup.
Yeah.
too good.
Also, I
mean,
think age went against him, kind of. I
Like,
mean,
he's already
Liverpool did not
24
want
or
to
something.
carry on two 30-year-old goalkeepers at the same time
Mm.
without a backup. I think Kelleher is like 30, 31, I think.
No, I
He's-
think he's younger.
He's younger, right? No?
Kelleher
No.
is younger, man.
I thought he
No,
was
let me
30,
see.
31, something like that. I may be wrong.
Okay. He's 27 right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
peak of his
27.
career. Then,
Peak
yeah.
of his career,
Okay.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's
but
understandable.
Mamad Deslai is like, what, 23?
23. Yeah.
Yeah.
Younger,
Yeah.
far younger, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we'll see. I think Keller. I think Keller is one of the players of the season for Brentford. Like he
Yeah.
is amazing for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
The weekend he had a double save. Like
double
yeah,
save.
Wow,
yeah,
that
it
double
is
save.
pretty normal for him. I think
No,
Tom
I
said
mean,
one
no
time,
hard
right?
feelings. I mean, he deserves to be a number one in
Yeah,
his team.
yeah.
He
He's
deserves
great.
to.
Yep.
He's great.
Mm.
I
That's
mean,
right.
he could have went to a bigger team. That is only thing I think he could have.
I think I thought Chelsea should have signed him.
I mean, not
mean,
in Premier League. Maybe he did not want to go to a bigger
Chelsea
team.
and
in Premier
United's
League. I think,
goalkeeper history is sketchy at best. Like both those teams.
I
Yeah, anyways,
think
yeah.
he could have went to a bigger Serie A
Mhm.
or La Liga team who plays Champions League all the time. I think he
Sure.
has that caliber. He
Correct.
has that talent in him.
But many people. Once again, I know we are deviating a lot, but
Yeah.
many people want to stay close to home and everything.
Yeah.
He might just be one of those people. Like,
Right,
I
right.
want to stay close to.
Yeah.
Cool. So finally, we'll end with predictions. Gins tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we will win tomorrow. But because we already like two down, I think we will go for more attacking, and I don't trust our midfield. like whatever we start. And I'm more worried about their fullbacks, Mendes and Hakimi. I think
Hakimi.
like last time,
Uh,
couple of times, I don't know, they were close to the penalty box. I don't know what kind of runs they make it. And
So
this Mendes was passing, Hakimi was passed to Mendes.
mm.
I don't know how they are making those runs, but I'm worried about their fullbacks.
Yep.
The way Hendrik is using their
so
fullbacks, and they're
I
too good.
think that's why Salah and Rio should start. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
should pin them back.
Yeah,
Mm.
one thing. Yeah, I think we will win it, but it won't be enough for us to go. I think we will win like 3-2, but we will get knocked out.
What do you think, Sheikh?
I'm optimistic, like JD.
2-2 into the penalties.
So I think 2-0 and then 2-2 penalties, and I don't know what happens in the
I
penalties. Yeah. If you go
personally,
to
I
penalty,
don't think we can stop PSG from scoring in regular time.
Yeah, they're too good.
I think even if we score 3, PSG will score at least 2. I don't think we'll score 3. Personally, I would wear a slot mask
So-
in next.
By the
podcast
way, I
if
already
Slot
sent on
pull this
WhatsApp
off.
some slot masks, so we can buy some for. I already
if,
sent it on
if
WhatsApp.
Slot can pull this off, but I'm not seeing. I am not even sure we'll win tomorrow. I mean, we might.
Look,
just-
the point
the
of
game has
support.
to,
Sorry,
it
go
should
ahead,
be
go
the
ahead.
game of everybody's life,
Yeah.
and it has to be intense from minute 1
Yeah.
to whatever
I mean,
minute.
I
we are
mean, what
playing.
we
So-
discussed somewhere in the middle of the podcast, all the results over the weekend has gone in favor of Slot. That should add fuel to the fire. I put kerosene, petrol, everything on top of the fire.
the thing is,
I think like Isak will start tomorrow. I don't know. I don't want to see it. I want Gakpo to start, but I think Isak will start. But the way Isak recovery and everything was going, this is the game that they were aiming it for.
Yeah.
Like I think
Yeah.
last 2 games he played 15 minutes, so like he got like 30 minutes now.
But you never
And
know
this
when
game-
yesterday McAllister might start, Chiesa might start, all of these people might start, and you might be okay. Anyways,
I mean,
Yeah.
not
Jokes
only
apart.
game of life, it has to go. Lot of things has to go Liverpool's way. I mean, you need the rub of luck,
Rub of the
right?
green,
Rub of
yeah,
the green.
some referee decisions.
Yeah, so you need the rub of the green, even if it is
all of those
Anfield.
things.
Anfield has to play the 12th man, and with
Yeah.
Slot, I mean, with Klopp, I would have been sure that Anfield will play as a 12th man, but
Yeah.
with Slot, I don't know.
Right.
Even though, even with Klopp, our record in Anfield was pretty poor after that Barcelona game, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
Europe,
this is
yeah.
the first time in many years we actually defeated Galatasaray in a knockout game. That is the first knockout win at Anfield after
a while.
5-6 years.
We defeated Real Madrid as well this season.
Yeah,
in
that is-
Champions
that
League.
is
Don't forget that.
Group league.
Group stop.
Group league,
I
we
think
are
you're
talking
talking
about
about
the
the knockout.
knockout. The
We
last time we
defeated
beat
Real
someone
Madrid.
before Galatasaray was Barcelona. So
Yeah, I think we lost against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
I think that was after the
3-2.
winning the Champions League,
Yeah.
right?
Anyways, all the
I think the
optimism was
most-
veiled, yeah.
Yeah. I
go ahead.
think Atlanta.
Atlanta
right?
beat
Was
us
it
3-0.
3-0?
Atalanta
Oh,
beat
that
us.
was like
Horrible.
that was like surprising. I didn't
Yeah.
expect it.
And even before that, we went to Sporting, beat them 5-0, came back to
Benfica,
Anfield, we
yeah.
drew a couple of times.
I think
Yeah.
same thing with Inter Milan. I think
Yeah.
we beat the 3-1 but they beat us like 2-1 or something.
2-1 or
1-0,
something.
1-0.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is
Oh, 1-0 or
Galatasaray
something.
was I mean, don't tell Slot. You will give this excuse in next press conference that I beat Galatasaray. This is the first knockout win in a long time in Anfield. So
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't say that.
I want someone to teach Slot. Okay, you are a very honest person, but if I ask you something, don't be too
Don't be
honest.
too honest.
Keep something. He throws players under the bus sometimes.
Yeah.
I think that's you will never
Yeah.
see this from Klopp.
Klopp, yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Hopefully. Good thoughts, positive vibes, optimism. We'll see what happens. Go
Isn't
Reds.
that why we support the club? I mean,
Yeah.
anyway,
Sure.
yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, that's a wrap for today. Hopefully you enjoy it and click on like, subscribe if you like it. And we'll see post PSG, hopefully in a positive mood.
Yep.
All right.
You guys,
Take care,
good night.
guys. Yeah.
See you guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, man. Bye.